In the frigid pre-dawn hours of March 18, 1990, as a historic nor'easter wreaked havoc across Boston with torrential snowfall and gale-force winds, two cunning individuals were meticulously preparing to carry out one of the most audacious unsolved crimes in modern history. While the blizzard raged violently outside, the pair stealthily made their way to the revered Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum through the howling whiteness. Over the next hour, within the museum's hallowed galleries, a series of events would shock the global art world to its core and baffle law enforcement for decades to come. When staff arrived later that morning to discover the disturbing scene, 13 irreplaceable masterworks had disappeared under mysterious circumstances, constituting the largest property theft from a single cultural institution in history. Even now, more than 32 years later, after an exhaustive FBI investigation involving over 2,000 leads and renewed forensic analyses, the case remains eerily unsolved. Nestled amid the stately architecture of Fenway, the majestic Gardner Museum housed one of the most exquisite privately amassed ensembles of art in existence. Constructed in the 1890s, according to the vision of pioneering Bostonian heiress Isabella Stewart Gardner, the museum was designed as her personal gallery, contained within a sumptuous Venetian-style palazzo. Through dogged acquisitions during her grand tour of Europe in the late 19th century, when American institutions lacked sufficient funds to compete, Gardner worked tirelessly to secure some of the greatest Renaissance and Impressionist works, including invaluable paintings by masters like Rembrandt and Monet. After donating her renowned collection and the regal property to the city of Boston, upon her death in 1924, the Gardner Museum became a beloved flagship of the city's cultural heritage. Its priceless artwork displayed amid luxurious paneled halls resembling a historic villa transported to the Boston skyline. Hidden amongst the museum's serpentine layout was an unparalleled gathering of European treasures ranked amongst the finest in private hands at the time. Few could envision this hidden trove of artistic patrimony becoming the target of what has since become the biggest art heist in modern history. In the pitch-black cloak of the early morning hours on March 18, 1990, as the blizzard outside peaked with whiteout conditions, two cunning individuals meticulously breached the museum's antiquated security. Posing as police on a false emergency call, they gained access to the front entrance using a duplicate key and overwhelmed the lone security guard on duty with ease. Despite the formidable nor'easter ravaging the city, the thieves meticulously disabled the few scattered alarms with practiced precision. Within a mere 13 minutes, their movements caught on grainy surveillance footage. Wielding precision-cutting tools, they then strategically sliced pre-selected masterworks directly from their frames in a precisely organized heist. With icy winds howling, 13 irreplaceable treasures were loaded onto an awaiting vehicle, driven off into the blinding snowfall under cover of the cataclysmic nor'easter. When staff arrived at the usual opening time of 9 a.m. after roads had been cleared, the catastrophic discovery was made that shook Boston's cultural world to its foundations. The FBI launched its most massive investigation ever, codenamed Operation Abbey, mobilizing over 150 agents nationwide and following over 2,000 substantial leads across the globe. A historic $5 million reward was offered for information leading to convictions or recoveries, with worldwide publicity, marking the largest reward in FBI history at the time. The Bureau exhaustively probed connections to Italian organized crime networks, given the thieves' audacious professionalism. Yet fingerprint analysis, DNA testing, and relentless stakeouts of potential handlers and fences produced nothing conclusive in the years that followed. As all credible leads went tragically cold, periodic ransom calls made insufficient demands and revealed no motivations or resolutions. No underground activity or signs of the purloined masterworks surfaced legitimately in the art market either, confounding all conventional theories. As each season passed, the case grew even more impenetrable, defying all efforts to unlock its mystifying secrets. Unconfirmed reports emerged of pieces being quietly sold off or destroyed, yet those fragmentary clues dissolved as nebulously as the paintings themselves into the shadows of criminality. In the interim, the museum found itself at the center of persistent paranormal rumors and strange anomalies documented by security, fueling speculation that the vengeful spirit of Isabella Gardner continued haunting the space. for its desecration. New DNA testing in 2010 on latent fingerprints found on an old drinking glass revived hopes of a breakthrough, even as analysts couldn't confirm whether they belonged to the thieves or other visitors in the decades since. No tenuous leads yielded answers to the case's eternal question: what truly befell those 13 irreplaceable works of artistic heritage, and whose sinister hands were truly behind this professionally executed crime of the century that has eluded capture for over 3 decades? Theories of vengeful insiders collaborating with figures embedded in Boston's seedy underworld proliferated without evidence. Anonymous tipsters continued feeding investigators an endless stream of theories, all dissipating like wisps of smoke. As the case marked its 30th anniversary in 2020, still unsolved, it endured as one of history's most persevering criminal enigmas, shrouded in an air of ghostly mystique. Where have those magnificent works wandered to after 3 decades? And what fate ultimately befell each one? Sold off secretly, collecting dust in a hidden storage facility, or destroyed altogether to leave no evidence behind? As long as those profound mysteries of art and crime remain unsolved, the mesmerizing ghosts of the Gardner Museum heist will surely continue to lurk in history's shadows.